Dear friends, hello again to all of you. A very warm welcome as well. Today is the International Day of Human Rights. A very happy Human Rights Day to all of you, to every single individual in the world, whether you are a woman, a man, or a child. We know that Human Rights Day should not be celebrated only on this day, 10th of December. Whether it's 2018, 19, 2020, 21, and so on. Women's Day is 8th of March. Human Rights Day is 10th of December. Shall we just emphasize that the fact that human rights shall be respected just on these days? No, at all. Human rights shall be respected every day. However, I would like to emphasize that in some societies, woman is perceived as a citizen of second rank. Even the historians who wrote the first books of the social history of the ancient world, women were perceived as individuals taking care of the household, the children, and the garden without any rights. First societies are depicted as very patriarchal, but can we say that machismo nowadays is the second form of patriarchal societies, as it was qualified for ancient history? Well, to some extent, yes. In some countries, women's efforts are not sufficient in order to promote their indispensability in every possible function of the community, whether as a student or whether as a professional doctor or a professional businesswoman, and so on. We have the terms of International Declaration of the Human Rights and the Citizen in English, but in French it is depicted as La Déclaration Internationale de l'Homme et du Citoyen. De l'Homme, it is a very masculine acception of human rights. That's the way it sounds to me. Not because I'm a woman and I defend widely women's rights, just because the founding fathers, even of the American Constitution or the French Declaration, or whatever legal document, were simply documents enacted by men. Till, fortunately, we have one single example of International Convention of Human Rights that was enacted and legally pronounced by the prominent Eleanor Roosevelt, who promulgated the International Human Rights Convention in 1948, that often also stated that the future is for those who accept their dreams to be a reality. And such a powerful woman technically co-wrote or wrote or drafted this wonderful convention of human rights that protects the integrity of women to some extent. But sometimes I've noticed in the society, whether you have thousands of legal documents mentioning the rights of women, and no single document of all of this is enough to protect a woman in the society, especially from the violent acts of men. After all, we have another example in 1789, the time of the French Revolution, when a woman named Olympe de Gouges promulgated the French Declaration of the Woman and the Citizen. It's not neutral in French like in English. It's citoyen for men and citoyenne for woman. And thanks to the effort of many French women during the revolution, the integrity of women in the society started to be respected slowly but steadily. At least it was one step forward. Also nowadays we live in a society where often women, when they apply to get a job position in some company, if they're pregnant, their application is rejected. Or if they plan to have a kid, which is a question widely asked during some interviews in some countries, also their application is rejected. Not in all communities in the world, but in some communities. I mean, we live in a very modern world. Me personally, as a woman, I feel very independent. I think that I can do great things without any assistance of men. Knowledge is for everyone. Human rights are for everyone. So, for that purpose, not only 10th of December, but to empower the woman in the world, to be resilient and self-relying, I wish to all of them to have the courage, lots of courage and bravery, to face the hardships and to surmount all problems caused by men in some parts of the world. For that, woman, to all of you in the world, a very hard woman, very hard-working woman that I'm referring to, a very happy International Women Human Rights Day.